Let's do it.
Now the fear of missing out is strong, and I'd really rather not be on my own.
Hello, Echo Buds. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Hold on. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I gotta tell y'all about these Echo Buds, man. So I just unboxed them. I haven't had a lot of time to spend with these things before I turned on the camera. Usually I'll do an unboxing and everything on camera, so I really don't know much about the headphones in the first place. But when something like the Echo Buds come out, I kind of want to take a little time to get to know them first, but these are very easy to get to know. So I figured I'd just turn the camera on and talk to you and tell you about it. So setup is pretty easy. All you got to do is open up the earbuds here, and then this green light, can you see that little green light? It'll start flashing blue, and that tells you that they're in pairing mode. Then you get into your Amazon Echo app. Let me get into that. And then there'll be a notification that pops up here, or you can go into devices and then just add a device and then look for headphones. You got to make sure you look for headphones though. But other than that, it's a very easy setup. Then they give you this little tutorial that it'll take you to. These things have a ton of cool features. One of them you just saw, whereas you take one earbud out and then they both stop playing. Now, for some of y'all, that might get on your nerves if you take one out just to hear something real quick and then the other one shuts off. But they do have a fix for that. These do have a pass-through feature. I like to call it ambient sound, but they do have a pass-through feature that you can set up to be activated with either a double tap or a single tap or whatever. We'll get into that once we dig into the app. But for right now, take a look at these things, man. So if you pick it up, you'll see all these little pins right here, or these little plates, and they match up to these pins. These are actually on the thick side, man. Y'all know I like them thick, but man, this is actually pretty thick. This reminds me of the same style of earbud that came out a couple of years ago where they all kind of looked like this. It's not necessarily conformed to the contours of your ears, but I did find that they are pretty comfortable. They're just as comfortable as the Galaxy Buds, which are by far the most comfortable earbuds I've ever put in my ear. But that's the design they got. This is not a button. This is actually a touchpad. There's a microphone outside of there because you do get to talk to these things. And then you got your ear tip right there, a little silicone tip. And this is actually the large. I got the small and the mediums right here, and they also come with some wings in a small, medium, and large. And you know, one thing I did appreciate is that they are clearly labeled, man. You see that where it says L for left and small? It's just clearly labeled. Don't have to kind of figure that out. Just the little things, man. But the last thing about the earbuds, I don't know if you can actually see this or not, but there's a little sensor right there. I mean, yeah, can you see that? That little circle, that's a sensor. I don't know what that thing is supposed to be sensing, but it's there and it has a job, so I hope it does it well. Let's go ahead and put these things in my ear so I can demonstrate to you how they work. It just kind of fires up in your ear, and it's like this cool tone. It's the Alexa tone. So once you get these hooked up to your phone and synced with your app, you can see right here that the left earbud has 79%. We got the right at 83, and then the case is at 53. Now, as far as playing time and charging time and all that good stuff, I'm pretty sure you get about 5 hours per charge. Don't quote me on that because I don't know the specs. You go to the Amazon link down below and you can read the specs all you want to. I'm not here for that today. I'm just going to show you how they work. Let's get back into this app. So right here we have the Bose ANR. That's active noise reduction, not noise canceling. And then we have the mics. You can actually turn the mic on or off. So it's not always going to be listening to you if you don't want it to. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on because that's going to help with my demonstration. Now, let me tell you about this noise reduction. They might as well call it noise canceling because it's pretty good noise canceling, man. As soon as you turn it on, like everything just kind of goes away. It's, you know, this is actually considered noise canceling for all the budget stuff out there. Like it cancels out sound really good. Now, I haven't tested this on an airplane or a bus or anything like that, but man, the AC was on, shut it completely out. It's just gone. Like this is actual noise canceling to a budget standard. Now, as far as like the high end stuff like the Sony and the Bose, yes, it is noise reduction. Y'all see what I'm saying there? But right now I actually have it on. So let me turn it off so I can hear myself. Oh God. Okay. So the pass through is happening right now. And let me get into this app. Okay. So you got this pass through levels right here. You can actually turn it all the way up to level 5. And it's almost like, oh, it's loud. Everything is just pushed into your ear. Am I talking loud? I feel like I'm talking loud. Oh man, it's really being pushed into your ear. So it really does amplify the sound at number 5. At 1, it sounds just a little muffled. You know how you stick earbuds in the ear and it kind of gets a little muffled? It sounds a lot like that, except it's just a little bit more clear. So I like to keep it at about 3. And this sounds like a regular conversational tone, I guess you would say, to where it doesn't feel like I'm screaming at myself as I'm talking and things aren't being pushed in too loud, but I can actually hear things clearly. So 3 is where I like to keep mine at. You also have the ability to turn all this active noise reduction and pass through off just by hitting that button right there. And yes, it just happened. And now I sound like I'm underwater again. So let me go ahead and put it in pass through once again. And we'll scroll down a little bit. Now these also have a 3-band equalizer embedded in here. This is my setup right here. You can see here I like my treble all the way up full blast, and you see I got my mids at about 5, I guess you would say. And well, if this is 0 to 10, that would be 5. And so this is about, I don't know, like 7 or something like that. Anyway, that's where it is. And the bass, these are pretty bass heavy. So you might want to keep your bass down at 0 or maybe crank it up to 1 or something like that for you crazy bass heads. But they come with a lot of bass right out of the gate. Let's scroll down on this app some more. So we got our touch gestures, which is really cool. So being that they have these touch pads on here, you can actually program each ear to do whatever you want it to. So right here, we have a double tap for the Bose A&R and pass through. And the left ear is also set up to where if you press and hold, you can get Google Assistant. The right ear is a double tap for the Bose A&R and pass through. And then the right ear is also play and pause if you press and hold. But if I go in here, I can actually program it to do whatever I want to. I can get Google Assistant, Alexa, I can mute the microphones, play and pause, the pass through. That's what it's set at now, right? Yeah. Okay, and then we got next track and previous track and nothing at all. You cannot control volume with these, which is okay, I guess. You can always just pull out your phone for that. But those are the settings you can have. So you have 4 settings here. You can have a double tap setting and a press and hold setting for each individual earbud, which is actually pretty cool. You know what? Let me check something real quick. If on the right ear, I change it to previous track, does that make me have to put the left ear on previous track? No, it lets me do whatever I want to do. The reason I did that is because on the Galaxy Buds, if you actually put one earbud to control the tracks like forward, it automatically defaults the opposite ear to do the opposite action, like either volume up or volume down or track forward or track down. This one, you get to do whatever you want to. So that's pretty cool. Let me just restore that to defaults, and then we'll look and see what else we got. We have a side tone. So this is hear your own voice while you're on a call. Well, we do need to test call quality. So let's go ahead and test that out. Let me call my wife up real quick.
A few moments later.
She said the call sounded real clean, like I was on my actual headset, which is a huge plus. Now, you probably won't notice a vast difference between 1 and 5, but I did notice enough difference to make me want to keep it at 5 because I really liked hearing the sound of my own voice during the phone call because it gives it just more of a conversational experience versus I'm talking on earbuds. You know, that feeling that you get because you feel like you're talking too loud or you can't hear or something like that. So I like mine set at 5. That's where I'll keep it for now because I really like the way that experience was on the phone call. And I'm glad she experienced a good phone call too because that makes these a winner. Next, you can either enable or disable Alexa hands-free, which is basically a feature where these things are always listening to you, and anytime you say that chick's name, she just says, hey, what's up, what can I do for you? And you can actually play music, your audio books and stuff like that, or you know, all your typical Alexa commands that you can do, but now you don't have to press a button or anything like that. You just say the word and here she is. That's really cool that they have that built into these earbuds. And of course, for you people out there doing clandestine activities and don't want Alexa listening to you, you can go ahead and mute your microphones if you want to and keep it that way. That way, anytime you say the word or anything, nothing is listening to you and you're all good to go. But that's the app for the Echo earbuds. Now let's talk about what's important. How do they sound? Well, they're not the loudest earbuds. I'll put them on the same level of the Galaxy Buds, maybe a notch below the Galaxy Buds as far as overall volume. The sound profile is great though. Like right out of the box, it was a little bit too much bass for me, so I had to bump up the mids and like take the highs all the way up. I wouldn't call it muddy, but I just needed a little bit more brightness in the music. I left the bass right at 0 and I adjusted the mids and the highs easy fix, and they sound fantastic. Now, going back to the bass, you can get some serious thump out of these things. I was very impressed with how much bass these things were thumping out. I didn't know Amazon was gonna do it like that though. But trust me, once you open up that app and get that EQ just right, you're gonna love these earbuds, man. They sound fantastic. I am actually very impressed with what Amazon has done as far as having their first earbuds come out. I don't know, man. The whole headphone game and earbud game is being stepped up a couple of notches by Amazon now. I wonder if they're going to come out with like an over-ear set of headphones, man. That'd be pretty awesome, especially since they did such a great job with these earbuds. These are definitely something you can wear in your ear for a long time, and being that they got the pass-through that sounds natural and natural sounding phone calls and good music, you're probably just not going to want to take them out of your ears anyways. But the one disappointing thing I did find in these earbuds is that they have micro USB charging, and it is just heartbreaking. I mean, come on, man. This is Amazon we're talking about. Why y'all didn't do USB-C? That's such a big disappointment. If I was going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to give them like a 9.5 because they got the micro USB charging, man. Other than that, they'd be a 10. At $130, they're priced right around the Galaxy Buds, which is what they're very comparable to. I would not compare these to AirPods simply because I think they're better than AirPods, and the form factor is more on the lines of a traditional earbud. So if you're trying to make a decision between these and the Galaxy Buds, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. But I do know these new Echo Buds are all right with me, man. You see that little smile right there? I'm smiling. Yeah, I got a smile on my face. All right, Echo Buds. You're doing it big, man. Look, man, I got some other YouTube channels down there, man. Go in those links. Yeah, follow me on Instagram and all that good stuff. But dig in those links and follow my other channels. I got to get out of here for now, so y'all be good while I'm gone, and I'll see y'all at the next one. Hey, where you going? No. Sit back down. We got to talk about this. You didn't have a good time? All right, then. Hit the subscribe button. There you go. Reach down there. There you go. And then hit the bell because you need to know when I'm opening up more new stuff. You got to come right back here and check this stuff out. Now, don't you feel like a better human being? All right, I knew you would. All right, man, I'll see you soon.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?